Welcome back to Fantasy Fix. Time now for the guy who has as many touchdowns this season as Lawrence Maroney. But Maroney has 89 more carries. It's our weekly chat with NFL Network's Marshall Faulk, courtesy of BodogFantasy.net. All right, Marshall. Colts, well, they lost a heartbreaker to the Patriots in last week's game. Will there be a letdown against the Chargers? What do you think?
I don't think so. You're talking about a team that's very professional. If you think about coming off of winning the Super Bowl, being 7-1 right now, having an opportunity to knock off the hottest team in NFL last week and the Patriots just not coming through in the second half, and to do that without some key guys on defense, but definitely without Marvin Harrison on offense, was just great. They liked what they saw.
Hey, Marshall, the question of the week in fantasy football, and I think you're a great guy to answer it. If Larry Johnson can't go Sunday against the Broncos, can Priest Holmes, 34, step in and carry the load?
If you look at it, Priest Holmes can step in and carry the load, but I don't think Herman's going to allow that. I think they can't afford to have Priest down, also LJ down. You remember they dealt Michael Bennett. So what they're probably going to do is platoon him, keep him fresh. He'll probably touch the ball on a lot more screens, a lot more draw plays, a lot more open sets than we're accustomed to seeing Larry Johnson in that I formation running the ball downhill.
Ben Roethlisberger tossed 5 touchdowns in the first half Monday night against the Ravens. Any reason to believe that Big Ben can't do it against the Browns in the worst pass defense in the NFL?
Not at all. I see Big Ben looking at this defense and just taking it apart. But I think that Bruce Arians, the offensive coordinator, is really going to get a ball and put the ball in the hands of Willie Parker. They love running the ball at home. On defense. They're not just struggling in the passing game, but they're struggling against the run. Offensively, they're lighting it up. But Pittsburgh will try to control the game and keep that I'm about to say this, high-powered offense of the Cleveland Browns off the field.
Marshall, the Cowboys and Giants go head-to-head for the NFC East Division lead. Can the Giants slow down Tony Romo and this red-hot Cowboy offense?
It is possible, but the tough thing about the Giants is they have problems stopping the tight end, and Jason Witten has had huge games against the Giants. And the Giants, the one thing they are doing right now is pressuring the quarterback. If they can speed up Tony Romo and get him to make a couple of mistakes, we got to remember Tony Romo is still a pretty young quarterback in this league. This will be his 5th, maybe 14th or 13th start thus far. So he has some games under his belt, but the Giants right now, they are playing tremendous.
At 14, 15 starts, hey, that's good for $60 million. Packers running back Deshaun Wynn out for the season. Is Ryan Grant a good play against the Vikings?
I definitely like Ryan Grant. I think that he's capable of running the ball. Against the Vikings is another story. The one thing that this defense does is they make you one-dimensional. And if you don't have a prolific passing attack, then you will not have opportunity to win. We got a chance to see that against the San Diego Chargers. They got after Phillip Rivers. They couldn't run LT. And who would have thought that they couldn't run LT, but they could not run LT. So I see Ryan Grant as a no-go this week against the Vikings.
All right, finally, Marshall, do you want to talk about your dud from last week, week 9?
My dud, without a doubt, I would love to talk about my dud, and I won't talk about injuries. That's why we do these shows, because sometimes we are wrong. I felt like Adrian Peterson, that they would make him one-dimensional. Jackson went down, Bollinger came in, hit a couple of deep balls to Rice. All of a sudden, his team, the defense of the Chargers became soft, and the guy had a career day.
Marshall, don't worry about it. The guru went to the same direction with Adrian, so trust me, he's going to receive a lot more heat than you did. All right, so give me a stud, dud, and sleeper real quickly for week 10.
My stud this week, and guess who I'm going with? The team who let me down last week to prove me wrong, I'm going with Joseph Adai. I believe that against San Diego, without Luis Castillo, without Jamal Williams, without Sean Phillips, this defense is struggling right now, and you throw in the fact that Peyton Manning can call his own number and get deep on you at any point in time. Joseph Adai should have a big game. My dud, Steve Smith against Atlanta, not because Atlanta is doing anything special, but because we don't know who's going to throw the ball to him, and whoever's in there can't get the ball downfield enough. Steve Smith is a deep ball guy, and they must give him the ball. My sleeper is Santonio Holmes. You got to love this guy going up against the Browns, who are almost last in just about every category and pass defense in the league. But this guy and Ben Roethlisberger, They are becoming, what we felt being needed. Every AFC quarterback has it. They have a guy to go to. You see Moss and Brady. You see Harris. You got to call Reggie in there too now with Peyton. And now he has this guy in Santonio home. Ben Roethlisberger in San Antonio has a huge day.
All right, good choices there, Marshall. Thanks once again for taking a break from your NFL Network duties to break it all down for us. And as always, we want to thank BodogFantasy.net. All right, time to find out who our experts will think will step it up.